Hi everyone and welcome to this video. So I have a short chess video on two games that I played just last week. So Sunday and Tuesday I played them. And both times I was black, and both times I played the Sicilian, and I was kind of a rating favorite, although it's kind of funny. So like my opponents were fairly weak, about 1500. I mean, no offense to them, I'm also fairly weak, but in comparison to them I'm a bit stronger. So yeah, I always have a bit of a trouble, or I always had some trouble preparing for these games with black, against players I should beat, because I also know that when I have white against players that should beat me, I always get I often get quite comfortable positions, and it must be a bit annoying for them. Yeah, about this rating thing, I know that it's, excuse me for the pun, but it's kind of overrated. So of course it doesn't mean that you have to beat everybody who's weaker in your rating, or you have to lose to everybody who is stronger. Not even in the sense that maybe the rating is off, but even in the sense that it's just a natural variance of the game. But yeah, so with black I always feel like, oh, what happens if we simplify it too much or whatever. Basically, I think after these two games, these concerns will kind of disappear, and I will show you why. So I had black here. He played e4, c5. Yeah, I will go through this very quickly. This was the Najdorf. And he played bishop g5, and I thought like, oh, maybe he knows all the theory, but the thing is he didn't. So this bishop here is a bit weak. e6, castles, b5, a3. So bishop b7, rook c1. I put in h6, bishop h4. This is often a good idea to include h6, but it's not really good or bad. Bishop e7, f3. So actually I could play with my if I play the queen out here. No. If I play the queen out here, he has this bishop back. Yeah, but he didn't play. I didn't play that, so I just didn't. Yeah, so basically what you can see in his position is he made at least three weird moves. So he played bishop bishop d3. What's up? Bishop d3, a3, rook c1. And also, yeah, this king h1 is also a bit passive. f3 is often played. It's kind of a lazy way of protecting e4 forever. But now I just decided, okay, this is just so passive. I kind of made the normal moves. Of course, not a given that the normal moves work against abnormal moves, but I thought I can just break open everything now. So just d5, e takes d5, knight takes d5, bishop e7, and now I played this kind of a funny move, knight c3, but it's basically fine. So I could have just kept more pieces on the board with knight e7, or maybe even queen e7, and tried to do something on the queen side, but I just decided to simplify a bit. Knight c3, bishop d8, knight d1, rook takes fd1. So this knight can get out. Yeah, it has two different ways. It has a lot of different ways of getting out. So it can go knight b2 and c4, or a4, or take the bishop. Alternatively, if he tries to block that way, I can get out through here, or maybe here. Well, probably not there, but yeah. Basically, I have a lot of different ways of getting out of his position, so it's not in danger of getting trapped if he moves the bishop somewhere. Yeah. This bishop also can't take any pawns here, so we're equal material. So I didn't take anything with this knight. But I thought I would have some kind of interesting play here without queens. Rook f takes d1, rook f takes d8. And you can see that basically the whole position is very simple, and maybe other people might have, well, I don't know, but I actually felt quite good about this position because I have this tiny little play here on the c file, and maybe I can kind of activate my position better than he can, and that's exactly what happened actually. So he played knight b3. I thought, yeah, that's nice, but if he ever comes to a5, well, you'll see. Rook c8 is very natural, right? Bishop e2. So this is also, again, quite passive. He just wants to open up his rook, but he should play something like bishop e4 at some point. So now I have this nice square, bishop d5. Now the knight goes to a5, the knight goes to b6, and you can see that all of these moves are now impossible. I mean, of course, knight b3 is technically not impossible, but it's probably in my favor to have for him to have these double pawns. So yeah, he wanted to play c4 maybe, but it's still not very clear. Like then I have another file here to attack the b2 pawn or something. So yeah, he played king g1, and now here I'm already seriously better after knight a4. Of course I'm attacking b2, but it's not easy for him to protect. So actually right here after knight b6 I'm already quite a bit better. So the computer wants to play, and I swear this will be probably one of the few variations. He wants to play b3 to keep out my knight, but I mean, yeah, I do get like some kind of a play like this. So he can defend this pawn for the time being, but yeah, I just have better pieces here, so I can just move around with my knight a bit. So I don't know, I'm really happy with this position with black, honestly. So this knight is stuck, this knight can move around, yeah, and so on. The bishop needs to keep an eye on this d3 c2 pawn. Yeah, I could try also like g5 g4 or something like that to open the position, but yeah. Okay, so king g1, knight a4 b3. So why was this b3 an issue? So I attacked that pawn, he pushed it forward. Well, yeah, but now I have this knight c3, right? And suddenly, actually, this move, rook d2, is already losing. Unfortunately, I didn't play the right move here. So the right move, if you want to treat this as a puzzle, go ahead. How can I hide this? I think it's all hidden. So if you want to treat it as a puzzle, free field to hide it. But yeah, so basically bishop takes b3 wins a pawn, and it's really funny. Yeah, so imagine white has several things that are hanging here. So this rook is hanging, right? So if you take this and take this, then you suddenly realize that, oh, this bishop is hanging now. So you would need to play something like this, and then I can just retreat, right? If after this, yeah, so the point is you can't take the bishop because I can take your bishop and your rook, right? If you try, you know, yeah, so if you take the bishop, I just take, I can also like play this, and suddenly I'm pretty sure this is alright. Yeah, you would need to take this with the rook or something, and then I take your rook. Oh, sorry. Slipped out of my hand, but yeah. So, yeah, you're just gone. So this bishop takes b3 is like incredibly strong. And so after this, yeah, I'm sorry, the bishop d5. Oh yeah, bishop takes c2 is also possible, so I'm probably winning 2 pawns, right? The computer says king f2. And then I come with my bishop to d5, and I still have this kind of dominating position. So the bishop keeps the knight in check. Well, not in check, but kind of in a little box. The knight is strong. The rook can come to c1, c8 and attack the pawn, and I will probably win also c4, c2. Okay, so here I didn't do that. I played bishop a8. You know, just rook d2, bishop a8, and now rook d8. Rook d8 is kind of forced, and now he needs to do something passive, like. Yeah, the computer offers this move, bishop f1, rook d2, and this is roughly what I expected to happen. And then, yeah, imagine he does something that, you know, it's not a good move, like just passive. Then I have this guy, knight a2, rook a1, rook c2, and now I'm already a pawn up. And yeah, actually he can't really get away from this. So yeah, let's just stop it here. So bishop rook d8, but then he played bishop d3, and now here I didn't miss my chance. So here I can take it, right? He took, I took. And now I'm a piece up, right? And just to show you 2 more moves, king e3. Like suddenly this knight doesn't have so many squares to get out. Although I'm pretty sure you can't trap it, so you can always kind of get away, something like this. Like the king is not fast enough to lock it in, but it did not even this was necessary because I had bishop d5. And now the knight comes out. And actually, let's just stop it here. We played like 20 more moves, but yeah, I'm not complaining that he didn't resign or anything, but it's his right. So what I wanted to show you was here, very very simply, is that how easily my position got a lot better and how quickly it got better. So here I don't really have anything, you know, objectively, but all I have is the C file and some hope of playing there. But just, I think, 3 moves, right? Knight b3, rook c8, bishop e2, passive, bishop d5, knight a5, seemingly active, but actually, as shown here, it's locked in, knight b6, and here I'm already a lot better, as far as I'm concerned. Or like a lot more active. It's a lot easier to play this position. King g1, which kind of you need to play it at some point, so it's not a bad move per se. Bam, knight a4, and here, as far as I'm concerned, I'm winning already. So yeah, it was really kind of eye-opening for me how quickly his position got worse and how quickly my position got better. And again, not to say like, oh my god, and this great player who found all these great moves. Just that simply, it's more like it's an inbuilt thing in chess, that there's a lot of possibilities even with relatively little material. Okay, so what else is there? I have another one that I kind of went through my own game quickly, and let's go through it also here. e4, c5, c3 he played. So this was the game on Tuesday. knight f6. So this is kind of the c3 is kind of a sideline, but it's a big sideline, so there's a lot of theory. Well, actually, it turns out after move 4 we're already not in theory, so so this c4, yeah, it kind of loses a tempo, right? This could be the same exact position could happen in an Alekhines, only that, imagine this, e4 knight f6, this is the Alekhines defense, e5 knight d5, and now c4 is one of the main lines, knight b6, d4. Now I want you to see this position, and this is kind of okay for both colors. It's not really better for white, although probably objectively he has a bit of something. And then black here needs to play like d6, e6, you know, kind of like develop around this center and try to break it open, often with the move c5 actually. Now in this case, c4 knight b6, you can see this c5 pawn is there extra. So actually if he plays d4, I can take it immediately, and these two pawns will be kind of stranded. Okay, but not the real point. So he played f4, which again, he's trying to play this structure that, just to show you what I mean, d4, d6, f4. This is the 4 pawns attack. Very dangerous line. So actually here, black often plays this move. I think c5. Now d takes c5 is quite weak, but he can play the move d5. And suddenly, this is like a main line, so actually black has some resources here, but I mean it definitely looks a bit awkward, let's say, for black, that white already has this center after just 7 moves. Of course it's kind of what black is trying to achieve, but it's definitely playing with fire. Now compare this to this position, let's say f4 knight c6, knight f3. Now something's missing here, right? So this pawn is here, right? Why doesn't it work? So this pawn is here, and this pawn is here. So actually, I'm controlling this d4 pawn. So whenever he plays d4, I can just snatch it off, right? Okay. Yeah. So what did I play here? I don't know. Like, this is like really too many possibilities, and not really the point of this video. e6. So I wanted to play d6 and take with the bishop. I also need to play d6. So at some point this will become suffocating. Bishop e2. d6, and now he played d4. So now I have all these various combinations. Actually the computer is suggesting d5 and have this big tension in the center. Yeah, why doesn't it work? It still doesn't work. Like, you have this big clump of pawns in the center. Maybe even I will play f6, and then also this will all be kind of tense. That was probably a better idea actually, but I didn't play that. I just decided, I kind of saw what was going to happen here, and I was happy with it. So d takes e5, it sets a little trap, but it's not really hard to see. He played knight c6. If he plays this, I have queen h4, right? And yeah. Okay, so but I mean it's not like I expected him to do it. So knight takes c6, queen d1, king d1. So now suddenly you say like, oh my god, we exchange queens, it's gonna be a draw, right? Well, wrong. King d1. If bishop d1, then he would have a problem with c4. B takes c6, f takes c5. So what's going on here? It kind of looks like we're equal material, equal development, and so on. Yes, that's true, but what I saw was that just in like 2 or 3 moves I can activate my position very quickly. Bishop a6, with a tempo, right? A tempo here, b3, okay. Long castles, castles long. Sorry, this is like Gustafsson is saying this. Castles long, check. King c2, bishop c5, another tempo. I'm threatening to come here, so come here. Okay, I'm coming here, attacking both this and this. Of course he manages to avoid that, that's fine. Bishop b2. But now I have a kind of a cool move. It doesn't lead to anything particularly big, but it is also the computer's main move. And it's the move knight d5. So just very quickly what could happen here with like best play. So if he takes, I can take the bishop. Now this is what I actually calculated, is that if he tries to win a pawn here, I can win basically. Like I can play this check. Now he needs to move forward, otherwise he's stepping into discoveries. Well, yeah. So this is what I thought would happen. King here, bishop check. He needs to take my bishop. Check. Let's say he goes here, and now I'm a rook up. So this is quite good for me. Now this is not totally forced, like it could be. He could come here. Check. Now he's really stuck here, right? So knight d2, and now I have something like bishop e4, and yeah, he's totally. Yeah, I mean he's losing here simply. I can just play this. This is at least a pawn, and then I can win back this pawn, and yeah. But normally I should be able to win a piece also. But okay, let's. This was one of the lines, right? Yeah, and if he doesn't play that, so I mean this is kind of a big mistake here. D takes c6. This is what I calculated, because I thought this is the critical line. If he's actually trying to pick up a pawn. If he doesn't want to pick up a pawn, then he should push it forward. And then I have various ways of going on. So let's not get into it too much. But it's kind of an equal position. Although I like black better. I have the bishop pair, which is always nice to have. And a bit of development. So yeah. At some point I will play f6, try to attack this guy, activate my rooks, you know, kind of standard stuff. And I think I still have a bit of activity, and he will have a bit of difficulty because he has all these squares here in his camp because he played so actively. Like here, the problem was he played a bit too actively. Okay, so let me show you why I'm sitting here at this knight d5 move so much, because he actually played bishop f3 and he's like totally lost from now. And I managed to do kind of the best moves for a while. So knight b4 check, and now he has only 2 moves left. Yeah, so this rook is like incredibly strong now. King c3 is mating 1, so that's not good. King c1, bishop e3 check, rook d2 is the only move, literally the only move. Like every otherwise it's checkmate. No, it's not otherwise it's check. So it is the only legal move. Okay, so rook d2, and now I have these discoveries, bishop a3, and now the problem was, it's really sad that I didn't play the right move. So the right move here is actually knight takes a2 check. He should I think he needs to take. Like if he comes here, then I have another piece in the attack. Like now he has to come here, and I have checkmate here, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, rook a2 is checkmate, actually. It's really cool. So he needs to take, and then, yeah, I mean, you can see here I'm taking a lot of different material with check. So I'm a piece and a rook up now. Like a whole rook. Okay, so I didn't do that. That's a little bit stupid, yeah. I should have just spent like 1 minute on this and realized that rook a2 check, that what I played was wrong. Okay, rook b1, and now actually I just kind of simplified. I played c5. Now this is kind of the interesting part of the game, was only these 3 moves. Yeah, or I mean knight d5 was basically the key move here. Knight d5. On the one hand, I'm activating this knight. It was a bit stuck there, using this kind of semi-pin. And when he tried to get out of the pin, yeah, he was totally lost. So basically just, again, something like 3 or 4 moves here, right? F takes e5, bishop f6 tempo, b3, castles long tempo, king c2, bishop c5, kind of a tempo, bishop b2, and now I'm already, at least I have an interesting position, and that's all I was looking for. Not like playing for tricks, like it's really a bit tough, I think, for him to really handle this amount of activity in a way. Like I had this active position. Okay, rook a2 check, so it was a bit bad, but I just wanted to show you. Can I show you? Sorry. Like how it ended. It actually ended pretty quickly. King a1. Yeah, I played c5. Now king b1. Bishop b7. Like I'm happy exchanging stuff. But the main thing is, if he doesn't want to exchange, usually white needs to play even passive or even more passively. So now he played rook f1, played rook f8 to come to this file, which no doubt will open at some point. g3. Now I just exchanged. He exchanged as well. I mean, he needs to take. Okay. Bishop d4. Attacking the pawn, kind of forcing him to exchange another piece. So I'm a piece and a pawn up. So, but it's not interesting per se. But what is cool is what I will show you in a second. f6. I want to get rid of this pawn, right? Now it's actually, I can't take it yet, but now with the knight here I can. He took, rook takes, rook h3, check, and he came forward. So actually he needs to go to the 8th rank, to the 1st rank here. He played king c3, and now this is just mate rook b4. So actually it was really cool that I managed to mate him as well. So actually I had some kind of a mating attack 2 or 3 times in this game. Checkmate. So it was kind of cool, kind of a very simple game. But yeah, it was just like, this really encouraged me to figure out that playing without queens is not a bad thing, or playing black is not a bad thing. Like, you always have lots of chances against weak players, but also against strong players. Like, not claiming any of this was forced or that I played the best moves, but but I think you must admit that both of these games were quite fun to well, at least to play. I can tell you that. But yeah, whether or not they were fun to watch, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to come more often and show some games if I find them interesting. If I blunder like I did in the first round, I'm not gonna show them. I actually blundered with black, and again, similar strength opponent. He was playing very passively, and then I got a bit upset, or not upset, but like agitated. I just tried to play something very active, tried to take over everything, and it totally backfired. So that's a bad thing. But this was a bit more fun. Anyway, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what I can do to make this better. I am trying to hide the engine evaluation, but it's always here, so I can't really help that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm trying to hide the moves and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if that helps. Well, thanks for watching, and talk to you later.